Well, I don't often sit in the kitchen and shoot a film, but I just thought I'd have a bit of a break and talk about something that I'd been thinking about for a while. And I was thinking about community and what do we mean when we say living in the community or living in a community or being part of a community. And I was thinking it's such an individual thing. It's so hard to kind of have one answer or one thought about this, because everybody has a different idea of what they see as community. But I suppose the reason I was thinking about this is many different reasons, really. During the day, I am a community worker, and what that basically means is that I assist and help people in the community who are struggling with issues like housing and getting benefits or facing homelessness, and people with severe health issues, mental health issues, etc. And I think when you do kind of work like this, it's natural that you think about these things, because times are very, very hard for some people and very, very difficult, and in this kind of work you're constantly faced with challenges and limited resources and limited availability of resources to help and assist people. So you're constantly problem solving and finding solutions in very difficult circumstances to come up with answers. So it naturally makes you sort of curious and focused on those kind of things. But I was thinking about what I personally understood as community, and as someone who grew up in a very rural part of England. I live very close to a village where you had all the systems and structures in place to support that. There was a local police station which had one police officer who had a cell in his house, basically. There was a garage and a corner shop, which was also a post office. And I grew up with people and around people who had trades and farmers and people, I suppose, who were identified by what they did in the community. There was very much a sense of a place for everybody and everything. And then I thought about the fact that when I was very much younger, I moved from that rural community to the heart of London to go to college to study to be a silversmith. And there was a huge sort of culture shock, if you like, going from a very rural background to that. And then I've been thinking about my own children who are now grown up, and are not living at home, but are scattered, around the country, in different parts of the United Kingdom. And I've got an elder son who's been living in China for 2 years, who went there to teach English as a foreign language, and he's travelled all around China and Thailand, and he's now in Taiwan. He basically cycled around the entire island of Taiwan and then decided to relocate there. And I'm just kind of thinking, how strange it is that people are very scattered now, perhaps more than they ever used to be, because the basis for a lot of community, I think, was the was the industries and the businesses and the employment that kept people located in a particular place. So whether it was shipbuilding or the steel industry or mining or agriculture or whatever it is. But we live in a very, very different world now where a lot of our products and goods come from abroad. Perhaps people with those traditional skills are not valued, as they should be. And people work in areas that are miles away from where they live, and they commute. And we have a very kind of fractured world these days, and a very fractured community, and it's very hard for people to gain a sort of sense of stability within that, because things are constantly changing because of political and economical forces. So I always think about, what does that do to a community? What does that do to the community as a whole, and to the local community where you live? I'm a great believer in you only get out what you put in, and one of my mottos is do some good. I say that to myself every day. If I can just do some good today, or do something today that is positive, that might make a difference, then that's sometimes all you can do. And perhaps if more people were thinking like that and were doing that, then the world would be sort of more positive for everybody. So I just wondered what people's view was, and what people think of when they say the word community. Do they think they mean their own community, like the YouTube pipe smoking community, or a club, or your local community where you live? I just wonder what people thought, and I'd be interested if anybody sort of had any thoughts about that. So I'll drink this good cup of coffee and maybe go downstairs to the workshop and smoke a pipe. I'll probably be pondering this all day now, but I just wonder what other people thought. So I'll leave you in peace.